Howdy folks, you on the Seagull and Speed 252 show. Scroll over to the right, click that subscribe button, and join this awesome community.
What's up everyone, what's up? Welcome back to the blog Seagull and Speed 252 family. Once again, thank you for pushing that play button. I am so blessed, so thankful, and so grateful. And my gratitude, I'm so excited to have each and every one of you part of the community. If you are new and you just stopped in, definitely hit that subscribe button. Definitely become part of this community. My goal is to grow to 30,000 followers by the end of this year. Yes, 30,000 followers is my target goal. And you know, if you hit that subscribe button, would be definitely helpful. You guys, once again, like it is in the title, Chevrolet is now releasing more information about the future variants of the C8 Corvette, right? And a lot of people has been emailing me like, what are your thoughts on this? What are your opinion about these things? And I'm going to give you a few of my opinions within this video, but I wanted to put my face in because I want you guys to see my facial expression and see how I'm going to react to some of these things that Chevrolet is releasing. Now, some of this content that is in this article is something that we've already seen before, already made it heard about, maybe a few things that are new, but also want you guys' opinion as well based off the information that has been coming out. So as you guys know, the Z06 has already been unveiled. That's old news right now. I think that another reason why this information is coming out from Motor One or Chevrolet, whatever the case may be, is because they're trying to keep us engaged until the Z06 actually hit the streets. There was a video recently of Mark Russ saying, hey, we are now having a Z06 in production. I believe after I had a conversation with my friend Mike that that is true and false. Let me explain. So when Mark Russ said the Z06 is now in production, I don't think he mean we're actually building Z06 for customers. Some people's like, hey, they're calling their dealerships, they're freaking out. Mark Russ said the Z06 in production. How come you guys haven't taken my orders yet? And I'm hearing all this crazy stuff about Mark Russ saying the Z06 is in production. Yes, yes and no. It is in production as in those guys are technically building the car. The engineers are driving it. They're trying to get this car 100% as they possibly can figure it out before they put this car fully in production. So no, they're not building this car for customers just yet. There ain't no been orders in place. There's none of that stuff. The car is in production in the sense of they've been working on it. They're still building it. They're still figuring things out. And there are some Z06s that the engineers are driving that are in production. So as far as like normal customers like us, we don't have any Z06s right now. So let me go ahead and put that out there first and foremost. I think Chevrolet releasing the teaser video of the, you know, let's call it the E-Ray. Right now, some people are saying it's still gonna be called the Grand Sport. Right now, I'm gonna say it's be considered one of the E-Rays because that's what, you know, a lot of articles has expressed lately. So with that being said, you guys, with the E-Ray being a big deal for the Chevrolet Corvette, I think that car is gonna be phenomenal. Once again, if you go back and listen to that trailer, I'm not gonna put it here in this video, but if you go back and listen to that trailer, that car sounds like it has an LT2 motor in it with the two wheels in the front that are powering the front two motors. So once again, I think some of the articles really did explain the true sense of, yes, that will be two electrical motors in the front of that car. When you see the two wheels spinning in the front, two electrical motors, and then the way that exhaust sounds like, it sounds like my C8 Stingray that I had in this spot. Now at some point, I am going to make a video talking about the reasons why I actually sold my C8 Stingray in the first place. A lot of people are leaving their comments down below thinking I actually sold my C8 Stingray for the Z06, and that honestly wasn't the case. That was a small piece of me, if I'm being honest. I sold it for the Z06, but that ain't the main reason why I ended up selling the C8 Stingray. But once again, I want to go ahead and discuss some things that this article has been talking about. So we look at this article right here, as on my phone. The headlines you see is Chevrolet Corvette Z01 coming with twin turbo V8 making 850 horsepower, right? So as you guys see by that title right then and there, that Chevrolet and Motor One are somehow coming together, releasing some more information, because we just got information about the E-Ray being leaked, right? We just got a video of Mark Russ talking about, you know, how they want to go in 2035, want to have every car they possibly own all electric by that point. Now, in my previous video, if not the video before that, is the interview with Mark Russ talking about those things. And so Chevrolet is giving us all this stuff. Why? I think one of it is because to keep us intrigued, right? Right now, they haven't been able to fulfill all of their orders. They haven't been able to fulfill their Stingray orders. They haven't been able to fulfill their, obviously at this point, Z06 orders, because you can't even put that order into place. Obviously, they're not, it's not their fault, right? You have the chip issues, COVID, prices of everything going up, and we haven't even still gotten the price of the Z06 yet. There's no pricing yet. There's a number of reasons why I still think there's no price yet. Do I think General Motors have an idea of what the price of the Z06 may be? Yes, they may even have it finalized yet. They just haven't told us yet. It's gonna be one of those things where it's gonna be totally out of the blue. We're gonna be doing our random things, our normal life stuff, and then all of a sudden, boom, the price is gonna be out. And people are gonna go nuts. And at that point, that's when people are gonna go ahead and go to the dealerships and want to place their order, right? Once they figure out what their price is gonna be, then people are gonna go back to the simulator and they're gonna change out some things, they're gonna add some things. And I feel like that's another reason why General Motors haven't released the price yet of the C8 Z06. And I think it's gonna be a while before they release obviously the pricing of the E-Ray, because I'm kind of curious. I think the E-Ray is gonna be one of those vehicles that's gonna take us by surprise, right? I think it's gonna have the Z06 body. I think it's gonna have an L2 engine, or maybe a L3 engine, LT3 engine, right? It's going to be probably improved on their end, but it's going to be similar to the LT2 engine, in my personal opinion, because it sounded like the Stingray, like I said before, and it's going to have two motors in the front, which is going to be new for this Corvette platform. And so I think General Motors is just trying to do things to keep us intrigued. So then we go back to this article, right? We got right here in this article, you know, they're talking about the ZR1, and they said the insiders uses a twin turbo version of a 5.5 liter V8 from the Z06, right? So, you know, a lot of us believe that the Z06 is going to be the top of the line, echelon car that everyone loves, and it will be, right? Because a lot of people aren't going to go buy the ZR1 because it's one more horsepower than we need for normal day tracking and driving. And a lot of people are, if they're going to go to ZR1 route, they may wait until Zora comes out, which is going to be supposedly all electric vehicle, and they're going to spend their money on that. So a lot of us, you know, are really hoping that the 670 horsepower is going to be a car that we keep for a long time, especially me if I'm able to afford one and get one. Once again, we don't know what the price is going to be like, so here we are. It says that the ZR1 has more aggressive body to match its additional power. There is a new styling for the front and rear fascia, which report claims. So at the end of the day, with this article, once again, they're pretty much saying that the new C8 ZR1 is going to come with a bigger, better body. It's going to be more aggressive. So that to me doesn't sound like an assumption. It sounds like somebody that wrote that article has either had some conversation with somebody within General Motors or Chevrolet and wrote this article. And I think Chevrolet is wanting to keep us intrigued because they're so behind on the Z06. Now, once again, we don't know any pricing about the Z06. It's going to be in production August 22nd of 2022, which is, this is 2022. And honestly, August is not that far away from now. Far, but not that far. And everybody anticipating on that vehicle. There's a lot of customers who were like, I'm solely for the E-Ray before the Z06 was announced. Just like Mr. General Lee said, he changed his mind on the E-Ray and decided to get the Z06 because he liked the sound of the exhaust. A lot of us, even myself, love the sound of the Z06. The Z06 sounds absolutely amazing. Now, there will be some customers out there that buy the Z06. They're going to change out the exhaust. They're going to straight pipe it. They're going to make it sound louder and aggressive than what it is. But in my personal opinion, I don't think I'm going to change the exhaust if I can afford one, if I can get one. Right now, you know, that car, a lot of dealerships are going to be selling it over MSRP. I mean, it's going to be phenomenal. People are still selling Stingrays over MSRP. Like, I think I saw a post of Rick the other day posting a Stingray that is worth $87,000 MSRP, but they're selling it $10,000 over MSRP, which is still cheaper, I guess, than most places, but it's still over MSRP. And so back to the whole exhaust thing, like, this car has a aftermarket exhaust on it from Corsa. I love the aftermarket exhaust, but there's a few things I would have changed differently if I'd go about it again. And I really wish that when they put this exhaust on this car, that I was able to still control the open the valves and stuff up on this vehicle. But at the end of the day, I'm not able to do that, so I have to continue to keep it the way it is, or go back to my factory exhaust, or I can contact Corsa and see if they develop anything that will allow me to control my open exhaust again. But back to the C8 Z06, a lot of people are really buying that car because of how aggressive the exhaust sounds. Because in reality, when people ask me what is the big difference between the C8 Z06 and the Stingray, I mean, there's a lot of differences in the sense. Depends on what differences are important to you. I can give you right off the bat 2 or 3 of them right now. 1, it is wider. 2, it is longer. 3, it is faster. 4, it is also 670 horsepower, which naturally aspirated, and it has this awesome sounding exhaust. The exhaust on the Stingray sounds pretty good too, but not like the Z06. And I can guarantee you the exhaust on this bad boy, on this ZR1 twin turbo V8 making 850 horsepower, is going to sound nuts. Now, as far as the exhaust on the Zora, I'm not 100% sure, because we heard that car's going to be all electric in the first place. So let's go ahead and go down this article some more. So you got some couple of photos of them showcasing what this possibly could be. They're saying now that the ZR1 may arrive in 2025 or 2026. So as you guys know, right now this is 2022. All right, so let's go ahead and let's take into effect what Mark Russ said, right? He said next year we're going to get a electrified C8 Corvette. Once again, we think that's going to be the E-Ray. So this is 2022. If the Z06 is going to be in production on August 22nd of this year, they're probably going to do that all up until, you know, to a certain point next year. Then they're going to still produce Z06 and Stingrays. And then 2023, that means they're going to introduce the E-Ray to the world. Are they going to unveil it next year? Most likely. They're going to probably try to slowly start putting that in production, maybe sometime next year, right? Because I don't see why they wouldn't. If they're technically still using the same platform, they're going to use the same body as the Z06, they're going to use the same motor as the Stingray, then that platform is already there. They don't really have to change anything off the line. They may have to figure out, obviously, with the front, you know, motors on the all-wheel drive, that's totally different. But at the end of the day, it's not that big of a difference, because they built that car, so they know exactly what it's going to take in order to improve that and get that actually situated. But at the end of the day, so if the E-Ray comes out in 2023 up until 2024, does that mean that now Chevrolet is going to skip a year and bring out the ZR1? Because in reality, the ZR1 customer base is pretty big, but it's pretty small in compared to the C8 Z06, the Stingray, and most likely E-Ray. There'll be a lot of guys out here that's waiting on the E-Ray. So a lot of women that's waiting on the E-Ray. I think the E-Ray is gonna be a heck of a car. Honestly, I may end up getting the E-Ray. I don't know yet. So it's interesting why, you know, a lot of people are jumping from one car to the next car. But at the end of the day, I received some emails and people are asking me, why do you think Chevrolet is now releasing all these information about the future variants of this vehicle? Well, once again, I'm gonna give you two main reasons in my personal opinion. I want you guys to leave your comments down below why you think Chevrolet is releasing little bits of pieces of information about the new variants of the C8. One, I think they want to keep us intrigued. I think they want to keep us intrigued on future variants because they're so behind on producing some of the Stingrays for you guys, and also the Z06. I think they don't want us to fall to the wasteland. Give you a perfect example. The Acura NSX was a car that so many people have been waiting on, but they took so long to make that car. By the time the Acura NSX came out, people was all like, I'm over it, right? So Chevrolet is just trying to give us bits and pieces of the new variants of the C8 to keep us intrigued into the Z06. So they obviously know we're going to talk about the ZR1 and the E-Ray and Zora. We're going to talk about the Z06 too. Another reason why I think General Motors and Chevrolet is giving us bits and pieces of the future variants of the C8 is because at some point their plan is to go all electric, right? They said by 2035 they want to have every vehicle by you know, all electric. So at this point, I think they're kind of rushing out some of the information of these vehicles. So at some point, they know things will have to change. So those are my reasons why I think General Motors is kind of technically hinting at some information about future variants and other articles, or they're releasing teaser videos. And I'm not gonna lie, the teaser video of the E-Ray was absolutely awesome. Awesome. I give that video a 9 out of 10, absolutely. So leave your comments down below. What's your guys' thoughts on why you think Chevrolet is releasing teaser videos and other information about future variants of the C8 Corvette? And in the future here, I'm going to make a video talking about my reasons why I sold my C8 Stingray, so you guys can have that. And I got some other stuff to the channel I want to talk about as well. With that being said, thank you all for pushing that play button and joining me today. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. You guys keep me floating every single day. And I can't wait to actually showcase some of my acting talent in some of my videos. And when I do actually decide to put some of my acting clips in the videos for YouTube, I will announce that in the beginning of the videos. That way I'll say, hey guys, today is the day that I want to showcase some of my, you know, auditions and things like that. And you will see that at the end of this video. So I will tell you about it. It won't be in this video, but hopefully soon enough, I will put in some of my audition footage and some stuff that I've been in inside of the videos. With that being said, you guys, once again, thank you for pushing that play button. If you have not subscribed to this channel yet, please do. I would love to have you part of this community. and definitely give this video a thumbs up. I will catch you guys later in another episode of Seagoing Speed 252.